Testimony has begun on a wide array of measures introduced in the Nebraska Legislature's special session aimed at property tax relief. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Plat Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Plat Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, state lawmakers have started taking testimony on a variety of measures offered during the special session that began last week. Among those was LB 8, offered by Senator Carol Blood, which would impose a luxury tax of 7.75% on motor vehicles over $50,000, jewelry over $5,000, and clothing, footwear, and other specified items that cost more than $1,000. Blood told the Revenue Committee that she introduced the measure as a conversation starter.
I know that taxes are never popular, but I also know that we have the ability to make things better. And what does that look like? And this was meant to be a starting point, and this was meant to have people start thinking about, well, what can we do better?
Blood said she was also prompted by stories of people that received pandemic assistance only to turn around and use the money for luxury purchases. Testimony on the three measures that make up the governor's plan on property taxes began today. Well, a Friday morning rollover crash near Kimball has claimed the life of a 55-year-old panhandle man. The Nebraska State Patrol says Daryl Sherbarth was pronounced dead at the scene of an accident on Highway 71. Troopers say Sherbarth was driving a vehicle and lost control, and he went into a ditch, overcorrected, and ended up rolling the vehicle multiple times. And it took about 30 hours for firefighters to get control of a blaze in the Redington Hills of Morrill County over the weekend. Bridgeport Fire Chief Casey Sides tells KNB News an apparent lightning strike started the fire, with his department called to the scene Saturday afternoon around 4, and mutual aid provided from Banner County, Bayard, Broadwater, and Dalton. Early Sunday, several of those same departments were on hand with the fire nearing containment when a wind shift pushed flames out of the lines. Sides says the single-engine air tanker was finally able to provide support and made 7 drops, and the fire consumed about 100 acres by the time it was brought under control Sunday night. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Plat Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Plat Valley Bank. You belong here.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Welcome back. A 63-year-old Alliance woman has been arrested following an investigation conducted last June by the Wing Drug Task Force. Vanadel Buckingham, also known by aliases of Cynthia Hunziger and Cynthia Schachter, is accused of selling hydrocodone pills to a CI on back-to-back days in 2023. Investigators sent the pills to the NSP Crime Lab, who confirmed the pills to be Schedule II drugs, and a warrant for her arrest was issued last week. She was booked into the Box Butte County Detention Center on Monday and is facing a pair of Class II felony charges of distribution of an exceptionally hazardous drug. Well, Nebraska U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts has been named a 2024 Hero of Main Street by the National Retail Federation for his work advancing public policy that encourages a vibrant and healthy retail sector. The award recognized a bipartisan group of lawmakers for their support of the retail industry through legislative action and leadership. Ricketts said he was honored to be recognized and that small businesses are critical to the economic vitality of communities across Nebraska. Ricketts says he is committed to pro-growth policies that will enable Nebraska retailers and their teammates to thrive.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we've got some interesting weather coming back our way, mostly in the form of smoke and haze again here across the region. Unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with that making a return, and we'll show you why here in just a moment. First of all, let's get to our forecast. Take a look at hour by hour tonight. Those hot temperatures going to drop down into the 70s and eventually the 60s by sunrise. We're not going to get very cool out there at all. We do have a few things out here that we want to show you. We have severe thunderstorm watches out for north central portions of Nebraska. Heat advisories, excessive heat warnings in the eastern part of the state. We still have the red flag warnings in eastern Wyoming. And we also have air quality alerts now that have been posted for tonight into tomorrow for western portions of Nebraska. 101 yesterday after a comfortable morning low of 55. And no precip in the rain gauge, unfortunately. We certainly need some. Didn't get any. We're now 2.5 inches short for the year. As you can see, 101 yesterday, 101 again today, and quiet weather conditions in terms of rainfall. Unfortunately, that has been at a premium and something we have not been able to buy here for the last week and a half. Chances of precip pretty light, maybe an isolated storm chance Friday. Better chances finally by the early to middle portions of next week. But it's going to take a few days to get there. Winds are not going to be too bad over the next 7 days. Tomorrow and again Sunday maybe our breezier days. Severe weather threat is off to the east of us and is quite high, to be honest with you. Here from Norfolk over to Omaha, slight risk of severe weather in central Nebraska, north central Nebraska as well. That enhanced risk tomorrow still includes the Omaha area, far eastern portions of Nebraska, and then that moves out of the region as we go into Thursday, and things get quieter here across the area. Now, here's our smoke forecast. We want to show this to you because of a couple of reasons. First of all, pay attention to what happens here. This is where we set right now, some smoke in the northern panhandle. We'll roll this into motion, though, and show you what happens here as we go across the next several days. See how tonight into early tomorrow morning that smoke gets more intense here across the region. Then it pushes further out, and by this time Thursday morning, most of the smoke is out of here. But again, we do have that brief period of time there where we're going to see some of that smoke come into the area, and we're going to have to keep a close eye on that going forward. 101 right now, 101 in Chadron, and we have very warm conditions out there. Temperatures in the 90s to low 100s, and it looks like winds are light and gusting occasionally to 20 to 25, except in north central Nebraska where some of those storms are at. Out the door tomorrow, areas of smoke. Otherwise, temperatures going to start out in the 70s by 8 o'clock, will warm into the 90s by afternoon. Again, storms in north central Nebraska, they clear out tonight. Quiet weather conditions tomorrow. Other than areas of smoke and haze, we're not going to have much to deal with. No real thunderstorm activity tomorrow night and into Thursday. Things remain dry here across the region. Yeah, this is in motion. There's just nothing to show out there. Late Thursday, a buildup of a cloud or two, and that's about it. And maybe Friday we might see an isolated chance at a storm. Lows tonight are mostly 60s, to be honest with you. Highs tomorrow in the 90s. And as we take a look at what we're expecting as far as precip goes, pretty much nothing out there over the next several days. It is going to be very dry here across the region. Partly cloudy, areas of smoke and haze return. 66 tonight for a low tomorrow. Not quite as hot. Still hot, though. Highs in the mid-90s. Areas of smoke and haze back there again. We warm right back to near 100 Thursday through the weekend. Finally, by Tuesday of next week, we start a cool down into the mid-90s, and I think an even bigger cool down as we get towards the end of next week.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
Santa in the pool? Oh my! Renewal by Anderson's incredible Christmas in July 2024 event is so great that even Santa is shocked. 20% off, no money down, no interest, no payments for 18 months. No payments until 2026. Windows, patio, and entry doors from Renewal by Anderson. And Renewal's Acclaim and Ensemble lines are the best of the best. Imagine no payments until 26. Please visit rbawyoming.com now. It's Christmas in July at Renewal by Anderson. It's so good even Santa is shocked.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Ag Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home our reputation.
Research opportunities within the swine industry are critical for the industry advancement. Hi, I'm Susan Littlefield on the Rural Radio Network, and DNA Genetics is remaining committed to sow research with unveiling of a new research facility. Dr. Ashley Hartman is research coordinator with DNA Genetics.
What we've done is we have remodeled a sow farm just outside of Columbus here, and with the commitment to research and for the industry, and then also for improvement for our genetic program. And so part of this remodel is putting in some pen gestation housing to kind of accommodate some needs of the industry. And then we'll also have some traditional housing styles. And then we also have some really exciting electronic feed systems in this farm that we'll be able to track sow intake, do different diets with, and also look at different nutrient requirements of the sow.
How important do you see it then to have focus specifically on sows at this point?
So the sow is kind of the base of everything we do. So those piglets that get weaned from her and then go nursery finish through the whole production system, they really start at the sow. And there's a lot of research that's shown that piglet performance in the nursery and in the finisher is really impacted by how those piglets get started off on the side of the sow. And so making sure that that sow is getting everything that she needs and that we understand her nutrient requirements and how to get those piglets off to the best start really impacts our entire downstream production system. And so I think making sure that we are doing all the things we can to get those piglets off to a good start is really impactful for the system, and not just for DNA and Pellin, but for the industry as a whole.
Well, and I understand too, just from reading the news release, there's some excitement with some advances in technology that you guys are using. Let's start out from the digital perspective. How do you see the camera systems really monitoring and helping out the research and the things that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about our camera system. So there's a lot of different opportunities for those. And I think some of the most impactful things that'll come from those is using them from a welfare perspective, where we can identify early onset of lameness in sows so that we can treat those sows sooner, maybe better manage them or prevent lameness even if we start to see differences in their gait or stride. So I'm really excited about that. Some other possibilities for that are, identification of individual animals, using them to score body condition. There's some programs that can even evaluate weight of animals. So we have a lot of different ways that we can go with these camera systems. And I'm really excited about the possibilities that they have from a welfare and management standpoint. But there's also, we can use those for ways to look at the structure of the animal. So making genetic improvements to the build of those females and making a more functional sow in the herd. And so I'm really excited about the camera opportunities.
What are you hoping to gain from knowledge and information having both practices literally in the same building?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing for us is going to be to provide valuable information to our customers in managing that 241 female. So we have customers from all across the United States, and they manage those sows in both pen or stall gestation. And so I think being able to have some good management information for our customers and understanding how our 241 female functions in both environments is going to be really valuable to both for our system and for our customers.
That is Dr. Ashley Hartman with DNA Genetics on their new research facility outside of Columbus. I'm Susan Littlefield on the Rural Radio Network.
Join us in Mitchell, Nebraska for the 137th Annual Scottsbluff County Fair, July 27th through August 3rd. Start on Saturday with the County Fair Parade. Next is a week's worth of 4-H livestock shows and the FFA Short Time Relay on Tuesday. The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pull is Wednesday, and the Fraser Carnival starts nightly. Thursday is the Arena Cross, and on Friday, Jared Neiman is live in concert with opener Frank Ray. Then on Saturday is the 41st Annual Rubber Check Race. For tickets, call 623-1828 or visit ScottsBluffCountyFairgrounds.com.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gehring. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Plat Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Plat Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, University of Nebraska President Jeffrey Gold, who began his new role on July 1st, kicked off a statewide tour yesterday that will take him to each end of the state for conversations with Nebraskans about the future of the university and Nebraska's growth and competitiveness. The 5-day tour began Monday in Nebraska City and will conclude Friday in Scottsbluff and will include stops in a total of 12 Nebraska communities. Dr. Gold says he's excited to travel across the state to learn more about the University of Nebraska's statewide impact and hear from community members about our opportunities to build upon its long history. On Friday at 9 a.m., Gold will be at the UNL Panhandle Research and Extension Center on Avenue I in Scottsbluff for a tour. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.